Listen up, history buffs. Have you ever wondered why we celebrate the new year on January 1st? It's a fascinating story that spans thousands of years and involves ancient civilizations, powerful leaders, and even a bit of celestial magic. So buckle up as we take a journey through time to uncover the origins of this global tradition. Alright, let's jump into our time machine and set the dial to ancient Babylon. Around 4,000 years ago, the Babylonians were among the first to celebrate the new year. But guess what? They didn't do it in January. They celebrated the new year in spring, around the vernal equinox. Why? Because spring marked the start of a new growing season. It was a time of renewal and rebirth, symbolized by the blooming flowers and the planting of new crops. Because spring marked the start of a new growing season, the Babylonians held a massive 11-day festival called Akitu, which involved rituals, feasts, and even the crowning of a new king or reaffirming the current king's reign. Makes sense, right? Now let's fast forward to ancient Rome, where things started to shift. The Romans initially celebrated the new year in March, which was the beginning of their calendar year. This was a time dedicated to Mars, the god of war, and it made sense for a civilization that was heavily focused on military campaigns. The Romans initially celebrated in March. Their calendar was a bit of a mess though, with months of varying lengths and frequent adjustments needed to keep it in sync with the seasons. But then along came Julius Caesar. In 46 BC he introduced the Julian calendar, which reformed the Roman calendar system. He decided January 1st was a better fit. This change aligned the calendar with the solar year and honored Janus, the Roman god of beginnings and transitions. He named it after Janus, the two-faced god of beginnings and endings. Janus was believed to look both into the past and the future, making him the perfect symbol for the start of the year. Talk about a fresh start. This new calendar system was more accurate and became the basis for the calendar we use today. Zip ahead to the 16th century, and we meet Pope Gregory XIII. By this time, the Julian calendar had drifted out of sync with the solar year by about 10 days. He tweaked the calendar to fix some inaccuracies and kept January 1st as New Year's Day. This adjustment led to the creation of the Gregorian calendar, which is still in use today. Thanks, Pope Gregory. His reforms ensured that the calendar remained in sync with the Earth's revolutions around the sun, and January 1st continued to be celebrated as the start of the new year. So why do we still celebrate on January 1st? It's all about tradition, a fresh start, reflecting on the past year and setting goals for the future. This date has been passed down through generations and across cultures, becoming a universal symbol of new beginnings. The surprising history behind New Year's Day. From ancient Babylon to modern times, this date has evolved but continues to hold a special place in our hearts. Ready to share your New Year's resolutions? Whether it's to learn something new, travel more, or simply be kinder, the start of the year is the perfect time to set your intentions. Drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you're planning for the year ahead. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Happy New Year, everyone. Let's make it a great one.